Kia ora. Kia ora koutou, ngā mihi nui ministers, for having the wisdom to come and listen to your representatives tonight. And ngā mihi nui Dunedin for turning up to support our government to make the right decision and choose 40% by 2020 as the emissions reduction target. The reason why I stood up, other than because I spent the up and running speech, is because I feel that what's lacking here tonight, or what has been lacking at the microphone, is the younger generation, the voice of the younger generation. And I see a lot of you guys in the audience tonight. Could everyone under 35 stand up, please? Yeah, awesome. So I would suggest, thanks guys, I would suggest to you, Minister, that these are the people that you guys are making the decision for, because we're going to feel the impact of your decision long after you guys have passed away. In my job over the past 3 months, I've had the absolute privilege of travelling around the country and connecting on the climate change issue with thousands of young New Zealanders, thousands of secondary school students. And ministers, 40% by 2020 is their bottom line. And it's their bottom line because their future is not negotiable. Because if it's less than 40% by 2020, these guys won't have a future. It will consign everyone under the age of about 30, 40 perhaps, to a miserable future. And I'm not here to debate the science with you, but I would be happy to engage with you on that after this, Minister. You talked, Minister, for the need for us to be upfront with Aotearoa about 40% by 20 and what that means. And to me that suggests that you're anticipating a negative reaction. I would suggest to you that we actually need to be quite upfront with New Zealanders about what failing to meet 40% by 2020 means. The young people that I work with actually have no comprehension of what that means. When I walk into a room as an EnviroSchools representative, they have no idea what climate change means for them in their future. A lot of them still think that the ozone layer is the reason why we've got climate change happening. To me, this is a massive flag that we're actually failing our future leaders, that our future leaders who are going to have to cope with between 1 and 2 metres of sea level rise actually don't have a basic understanding of this challenge. But when I start talking to them, Minister, when I start talking about what is massive for them and what is important, they actually have a massive vision. They're not blinded by things like the status quo. And I would suggest that vision and confidence and courage is what is needed right now. What we need is we need to envisage a future, and that's what these people do, where we don't actually have to send our wool from here to China and back again before we have to wear it, where we don't actually need to get in our cars because our public transport system is that amazing and that efficient. These young people, they have a vision of a time when we as people are connected to our neighbours, to our communities, to our place, and that is why I'm really passionate about their need to participate in this process. The informed young people of today, they do have a vision. They have a vision, ministers, of a 40% by 2020 world. If you ask them, 40% isn't something that they need to be scared about, that you need to be scared about. It's something to be really excited about. When I talk to them, they have this vision, they want to create it. There are thousands of young people out there creating this new world right now. And as you guys, as the government, as the ministers that are in charge of this, I urge you, please, please, to listen to them, to make 40% by 2020 your target, to support them in the work that they have, to support their vision, to support their action.
Thank you.
And we can make it together.
What was your name?
I'm Jinty McTavish. I'll run for council next year.
Good on you, Jinty. I think you've got a few votes here tonight. And I hope you managed to get most of your speech that you've worked on in the afternoon through. Yes, ma'am.